I think we're live, guys. Are we live? Yes, it's a Leighton. Right. Not sure about that light. Should I switch that light off? Let's give it a go. Is that any better? A little less glare? Hello, guys. Who's on crack? No one's on crack, Graham. What are you doing up this late? Yes, it's a Leighton. Basically, yeah, a bit of family logistics, you know, kiddie stuff. Watching Willow ride a bike, all that sort of stuff. And also, I've had a mammoth day, editing up the Westmead brew. Oh, just a minute. At least I know we're live now. Hello, guys. Who's on crack? No one's on crack, Graham. Right, there we go. Right. I've got to bring my windows back up now. Don't crash. Right, we want that window. Yeah, and we want that, because we need the comments windows, don't we? Yeah. I've never taken gaming stuff to a show, though. Have you not, dude? You should do. Oh, right. Yes. I've had a mammoth day today. Yeah, I've been editing up the, the water effects video and filming the outro for it and that sort of stuff. Yeah, to be perfectly honest, yeah, quite simply, I need to get it done so I can submit it to Patreon, yeah, to get your guys' Patreon funds. It's as simple as that. It's been waiting. It's been done. I just haven't edited it, and, you know, time's going on. So the day is dragged. Yeah, and it was like, do I skip it, you know, and start again tomorrow? And no, you know, we can jump in for a few hours and get some stuff done. So we are here again. Right. I reckon you could fill a gaming board with this much terrain, maybe two. I can tell you this, yeah, if we factor the lot that's under there, yeah, I reckon on here, if we factor that lot out, there's 4 foot squares worth of terrain, solid terrain, because there's 2 2x4s worth of templates here. The pile of stuff is definitely look like a pile of stuff. Good, good. Yeah. I do. No chance I can pronounce that. Not this late at night. I need to change this from coffee. Right. First thing we need to do is we need to move this so we've got some room to work. So let's grab the little board. The little board. Yeah. And put it down there. Yeah. Okay. Our first job I want to do tonight. Yeah. It's all looking very clean, isn't it? Rather good. Yeah. First job I want to do tonight is jazz up the hill pieces. Yeah, because we left those last night because we literally ran out of time at stupid o'clock. Yeah, I checked the video. It was 7 hours, 59 minutes and 19 seconds. So we had 40 seconds before I clicked end. Can't read the bottom part of the header. I wouldn't worry about it, mate. Yeah, it's a bit naff, isn't it? I should fix that. It says description. It does say description. Check the description. That's what it is. This is a fundraiser after all. Yeah, if you're not aware of what's going on, basically I want to do these live builds, yeah, and I want to do it from my studio. Yeah, but to do that, yeah, I need certain bits of kit. So we're basically doing a shout out and we're building a load of terrain to sort of flog, get rid of at the end and hopefully generate enough cash. Now, budget wise, I reckon 350 worth of terrain here. And if that's the case, then 50 quid for materials, 300 for the basic laptop I've spec'd. But lots of you have been jumping in and sort of saying you need a better laptop than that. Yeah, so whatever we can raise on top of that, we'll go towards, you know, up in the laptop. Right. That's the battle plan anyway. Live, glorious, live. Northern Modeler, you haven't, dude. Dude, don't be, not again. Are you rich or something? Right, the big ones I want to leave off. Yeah, so these. Yeah, because they're already tall enough. And I just want to have a quick nose at these hill pieces we did. And just decide which ones need a little bit more, you know what I mean? Spicing up a bit. They do look like cakes, don't they, before anyone says? Not yet. Dude, thank you, mate. I do appreciate it. I've done a skin yourself on my accord. Right. So what do we reckon, guys? Do they need another layer? What do you think? I think a couple of them could do with, you see, the problem is that you've got to leave, once with the edging, you've got to leave about 1.5 inches for the layer to be usable for placeable models. Yeah? Which on a lot of these brings the center really down. And then once you've beveled the center, you lose surface area again. And you end up with like a hill with a nub on it. Best way to describe it. Now what you can do is you can throw bits on the edges, cut into them and sort of blend them in. We could do that. And then what you call it on some of the bigger ones where we phone's dinging again, right? And on some of the bigger ones, yeah, we can put other discs on. I reckon that's a go. What do you reckon? Yeah? I reckon so. Higher. 33% of them could do with it. Which 33? Yes. Right. Let's do second. Let's do more layers then. Right. So move our gateways. Our lovely gateways. They grew well, didn't they? I'm stacking terrain on terrain here. I'm wondering if I can get it up to 3. I might have to get it up to 3 layers because I'm running out of places to put stuff. Yeah, I can run that across there. That's a bit wobbly, but we'll do. Throw that one on there. Right, we need our hot wire table. That's down here. Because we're cutting discs and stuff and it's easy with this. My chief cutter Willow is in bed at the minute. Right, we're going to need to prop this up because I've lost the rubber feet off it. And there's this bit that sticks out. Right, so with it, prop that there. What are we going to prop it on? Well, which ones don't need ones? So that one doesn't need one. Prop it on that one. And that one doesn't need one. There we go. Prop. Nice and steady. Right, we need power source. Guys, I see a PayPal warning. You haven't, have you? Come on. Right, let me plug this in. Now remember, there is a hashtag for this. Yeah, we will be checking Twitter occasionally. The hashtag is TTT Live, just like in the title. Yeah, use that and, you know, get on Twitter, show us what you're working on, if you're working on anything. Right, I need to just adjust that again. Oh, it's all technical here. Plugs and all sorts. Has anyone any idea how to make cobblestone roads? Oh yeah, engraving. You can use what you call it, embossed wallpaper. You can use the textured rolling pins. Yeah. I saw one nutter who was actually making lots of little blobs of milliput and putting them down as individual cobblestones. That's some dedication. That's some proper dedication. Right. Let's check. Ivan, thank you kindly. And Ludo, thank you kindly. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Thank you. I do appreciate what you call it, what PayPal donations as much as that, you know, the patron thing. Yeah, I do appreciate it, guys. Right, let's crack on because that's what we're here to do. Right. We need some big sheets. Right, I'll have a nip at that one first. Let's plug this in. Because I figure we're going to be probably shaping up, finishing, and then coating tomorrow, to be truthful. So, let that warm up. We'll go for that one, and we just need to cut a rough circle on it. Just to make it to sort of like that staggered tier effect. So if we go, it needs to be about there, up there, down there. Probably pull it around a bit more there, to be truthful. Right, let's give that a go. Da-da-da. I don't know what the model railway equivalent gauge is for NEA 11. I have no idea, mate. The tag hogs the screen. Does it hog the screen? Right. Let's get that sorted. Is that better? Because you know who I am, don't you? We don't need a tag like that. There we go. Right, let's crack on. At the speed of light. That is turned up, isn't it? Yeah. I think the wire isn't hot yet. So the gang's all here. I see, what you call it, 51 viewers. Right, guys, you know the drill. Come on, shout up. Let's see who's here. Say terrainiacs. Not one of you. Leave me hanging in the wind. What you like? I see Kirk. Come on, you got to say terrainiacs if you want your name. A monolith. James, Tom. Vampirus. See, I'm not even looking where I'm cutting. Kanju, Sigurd, guys, you guys with your complicated names. What are you doing to me? It's not easy, you know. Unpainted lead syndrome. Dude. Adam, epitases. John Leggett, Eric. terrainiacs in the house. Mind your fingers, I'm trying to. Yeah, Jimmy. Right, we need to just glue that down. Battery crack. It's tube juice to jupis. Them fumes are good, Pikachu. They're real good, dude. Yeah, Amy. Belkin. I am new. Are you, Lana? Welcome aboard. You got to say terrainiacs for a full shout out, but even though you got one. The reason I shout you out, hearing you deal with the name, mate. Dude, Sigurd, it was. I'm sure that's why half the people watch me. Watch my screw ups. Right. Le glue. Right, let's get this one glued down and we'll get a tier on this one, then we'll look where else we've got. So, yeah. You can see once it's on, you don't get much sort of top. I mean, this is the biggest one I've got, and you know, that's as much as you get. So you need to bear that in mind. I mean, I wasn't building big hills anyway. This was all supposed to be scatter terrain, but there's a few pieces that are just a little bit too big. Now, what I'm going to try with this one is I'm going to do something different. All right. Put that there. Where's my blade? Where's my blade gone? Oh, there it is. Beyond 999, he's going to start hurting himself, you know me. The crazy person who does the cobblestone rose you were on about. What's his name? Can't remember, but it was in the terrainiacs group. So if you're really after, you know, checking it out, join the group. Right. Lock. Yeah. This case, I'm throwing a bit just on there to make it sort of stepped. It's a bit iffy, so we'll pull this one in a bit like that. Yeah. I mean, we're not supposed to be actually shaping at this stage, so we'll just leave it at that, get some glue on it, and we'll keep going. So, how are we doing? Mika's in, glad to see you do your thing. Thanks, buddy. Unpainted lead syndrome doing TT scale. That's about 6'1". I think that's my husband. Well, it does beautiful work, Amy, but my God, you must spend some time on it. What's that? Those. Right. Right, next one. Let's get one on here. Sigma Quest is a load of rubbish. Disappointed. Right, what do you reckon? Another sort of, yeah, platform halfway up, I reckon. Can we squeeze one on there somehow? We could perhaps squeeze it on like that. Yeah. Trim that off. There. Okay. Yeah, more glue. Tray models are usually kind of expensive. Jeff's asking what I'm building. I'm building Sky Terrain for the fundraiser duty. Get a laptop for the for the live shows. I will have to nip out every so often into the other room just to check on that render. Make sure it doesn't cock up. Right, another one done. What do you reckon? See what I'm going with? I reckon if I bevel, break up the edges a bit, it should be all right. I reckon so. Right, do you reckon the little ones need it? Need anything? Or can we just sort of break those down? I'm not sure. The little ones. Right, we've got that one. That's quite big, and that'll need something. Maybe something a bit there. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to need another piece, aren't we? So if we, that's roughly the perfect size anyway. Quick skim around on there. Yeah, and then shake that out a bit. He makes them out of fill and sticks them down with hot glue. It's quite quick. It's not as quick as rolling a sheet of watercolour and emboss. Wallpaper, it's very nice work. I'm not dissing the guy. It takes some serious dedication, I'll give it that. Right, so about there, yeah. Trim that off. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Yeah, give that a bit of a bevel actually. Yeah, put that one there. Right, let's do this slightly off. Right, what I'll do is I'll spin this round a bit more, cut it short so it's not sort of symmetrical on the edge. Yeah, we need our bits bag, don't we? Because this is getting messy. Yeah, so if I put that there, yeah, I reckon we can work with that. I like that. Yeah. So you see what I'm doing with it? Slightly in the centre. Yeah, so when we come in and bevel it, we'll get a sort of a craggy edge on it, I reckon. We do a few of those. Right, we need to stack these, don't we? Because we need pressure on them. Under pressure. Right. Can't stack them too high. I get a feeling we'll get Mount Tumble down. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that one's done. Right, let's do some more. Yeah, we can do a similar thing on this one. We might do two on this one, actually. See what we can do. That's still on, isn't it? Yeah, switch that on. Froze again. It'll come back, dude. My mate's parents are on at the sign shop, but no luck. Dude, unlucky. For me, because of a new laptop too. As you know, I've been much joy. Oh, Google can be a pain at times. It's so resource intensive. Right. Oh. Yeah, so what clump there? I don't know whether it needs another one or whether to transfer that onto a smaller one. Put that on a smaller one. Yeah. There we go. That's that one on. Yeah. And then when we start edging and everything, they'll all start taking shape. Well, that's the plan anyway. Right, we need our bits back. Our bag of bits. Before the whole thing gets overrun. Sorry for asking, but I'm not 100% sure. The terrain. What about the terrain, dude? What aren't you sure about, mate? Let Nella leave you with your worries. Yeah, that. How much have I missed? Been playing Total War Warhammer. I wish I could play that. You haven't missed much, mate. According to the numbers, we've got about 70 plus watching. Hello, people. Welcome to another little bit of Mel Madness. Yeah, that one's on. Can't rest it on there. Put it there. Let's do something with this one. I reckon that one is good enough for, we'll call it 2 stacks. Or maybe 1. We'll call it 1 stack. Let's shape this up. Very, very messy. Right. Yeah, whack that on there like that, I reckon. Right. Is it flames of war or ball action? It's for anything, dude. But Mel, you contributed to the Total War Warhammer. They should at least give you a free copy. I'm sure they would, mate. And to be truthful, they've told me if I want a copy, feel free. But my PC won't run it. No point having a disc that I can't run. Yeah, that's better. Right. What to do with that one? We need more sheets. More bits. Five in one, found a load of PVC foam board. Get. I need to find a big stash. Apothecary's in. Hello, mate. Right now, it's not going to be used for me, so I won't be buying it, but I love the tray. Thank you, Adam. It'll be of use to someone, no doubt. Been spending too much time playing Overwatch to even think, I wish I had time for games. I mean, I can't even sneak a sneaky game of World of Tanks in. Yeah, I was thinking about having one before starting the live show, you know, just a bit of a de-stress and get ready. And then I remembered my computer's rendering, which essentially, you know, it's on a 7-hour render. Yeah, so it's going to take 7 hours to render a movie, a half-hour movie. If it's an hour movie, I ain't going to see that computer till the next day. Right. More. Right, cut that one out. I had a bit of an interesting one today, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. You guys know, yeah, I've got a studio, yeah, and it's in a common sort of artists area, yeah, like a creative company. And the guy from it messaged me to sort of say, you know, you're coming in today, you know, you're coming in this week. And I can't really go in because I'm doing the family thing. And with me doing this project, when I get stuck into projects, yeah, you guys will know me from old, but I like to work in the night, you know what I mean? But I've only got 9 to 5 access. But when I went to the place and I initially checked it out, you know, I sort of raised it, you know, out of hours access. Yeah, and they sort of said, well, you know, we'll give it 6 months. But every time I bring it up, it gets very cagey. So I sort of turned around today and sort of said, right, you know, I need a definitive answer. Am I going to get 24-hour access? Yeah, because if not, I'm going to have to find somewhere else. You know, because I can't have weeks where I can't go in because in the day I'm busy, and then when I am free to work, they're shut. There's just no point. So, thing is, I turned around and I asked for, you know, can you give me a definitive answer? And I haven't heard anything back from them since. If you don't mind me asking, how's Willow's after our yesterday incident at school, Mel? We took Willow to school. Me and Kez did this morning. Yeah, we spoke we spoke with the deputy head because the head wasn't actually in on that day. She was really good. The lad's been sort of not excluded, but he's been removed from the playground for a few days so Willow can find her confidence again. They're on top of it now and they're going to keep a close eye on it, and it is something they say they're going to deal with. Yeah, so Willow's a lot happier. We haven't heard any reports of anything, but, you know, we're going to be keeping an eye on it because, I mean, kids have their up and downs. You expect kids to fall out. You know, you expect the odd fisticuff. You know, it's part of growing up. Yeah, but for a kid who's, 12, 13, yeah, to be hit.
12, 13.
It's year 6, eh?
Yeah, Simi just called me. It's 10.
Yeah. But for him to be hitting an 8-year-old just simply isn't on. You know what I mean? Yes, Kerry's there, by the way. She's busy with the Facebook or something, or science stuff. Are you still doing that manual for your carbon thing? Right. Science stuff. And so you're just making hills. I'm making hills and all sorts, mate. If you could make trees or buildings for flames and war, it would be amazing. I'm also looking at Gale Force 9's new tank game. And that looks cool. I'll be honest with you, I've always had this thing. I'd like to do, like, you know, a World of Tanks map. Yeah, but for wargaming. You know, because I like World of Tanks. And when Gale Force 9 brought that out, it was like, ooh. But I've got too many other things on at the minute. Right, where else we got? Let's cut some more circly things. Yeah. So we'll get the hills done, and then what we'll do is, while they're drying, we'll start shaping up all the rocks and stuff, yeah? Sounds like a plan. Terrainiacs can't leave a game of hanging. Is it Kerry or Kesmel? The formal is Kerry, but, you know, I call it Kez. But then again, my formal is, you know, my name's Melvin. Do you know what I mean? Everyone calls me Mel, but yeah, think about that next time you hear the name Mel Gibson. Doesn't have the same ring to it, Melvin Gibson, does it? And to think, he chose that name. Yeah, Austin, check out the Terrainiacs group, mate. It's an awesome group of terrain builders. It's a very much a support group, you know. We post our own stuff in there. We keep it chilled. Oh, yeah, looks like someone's joined. I've had a Facebook notification on the group. Has Austin just joined? Yeah, I fancy that there. But I just want to pull that corner back a bit. Yeah. I think I'll stick with Kesmel. I would as well, mate. I would as well. He's doing King of War. Got the new book? No. Has anyone got a good source on tower architecture? Trying to do a towel world board. Oh, stuff like that. You really have to watch it. Sort of, you know, just hit the old codexes, don't you? And have a look what the sort of, like, you know, the concept art is like, you know, in the background. I mean, Tau seems to follow, you know, some pretty, you know, simple lines. You know, curved structures. You got a lot of ingrained lines. And there's a lot of terrain out there for Tau terrain. If you do the search, Viv's done some. I don't know if he's still up. He probably won't be with him being in Oz. But I know Viv over at Rubbish In and Rubbish Out, he started a Tau board. And if you are watching this, Viv, stop peeing about in your micro brewery and getting drunk. Yeah, finish your Tau board. Because that was good. That was really nice. Right. Couple more to do. Didn't really need that much, did we? It's a bit like last night. Yeah, we'll start with the hot wire tools and be all professional. Yeah, and within 5 minutes we've got the blade out and there's bits everywhere. Malcolm, silly Gerard Gibson, dude. Melvin the train tuner. Yeah, right. Same, doesn't have the same ring to it. Tell me about. I could have hurt. Lucky it wasn't plugged in or warm. Cassius Cain novel. I do like, what you call it, Cassius Cain. He's a flashman, isn't he? I never ventured into actually playing Tau. Yeah. My main 40k armies when I played Yeah. Obviously, I started off with Space Marines. Yeah, because everyone starts off with Space Marines. And then I then did NIDS. Yeah. I then did a Grey Night Force. And after the Grey Night Force, I did my big guard army. I think it's about 6,000 points. Yeah, mainly troops. That's a lot of painting. Yeah, I'd agree with what Belka's been saying. Cassius Cain is a good read, yeah, but to appreciate the comedy value of it, yeah, you've got to, if you've not read the 40k books, go and read Gordon's Ghosts. I love Gordon's Ghosts. It's an awesome series, and it does get a bit dark and gritty near the end. It really does. Traitor's brutal in the swamp in the mists, standing in the trees with his staff. Can't remember who wrote the Flashman books, but they were good. I'll be back in a few minutes. Feel free to talk about me while I'm gone. Probably won't be able to see it. Yeah, but you'll check through the comments or scroll back. We know what he's like. He's baiting us. That's what he's doing. As an all player, running against my Imperial Guard friend is a brutal game every time. Oh, first rank, second rank. What, those were the days. Fire on my target. Bring the monster down. Oh, man. And I'll be honest with you guys, yeah. My mates who played 40k, they played it brutally, yeah. So I had to step up my game, and I used to run command squads with 4 plasma gunners, yeah, and a basic officer just to give them orders in a chimera, and they would barrel up, and any monstrous creature, yeah, combination of orders, and that thing would eat plasma. The amount of plasma I'd be thrown at it. And if I remember, I'm not sharp on the rules anymore, but if I remember serve, yeah, I didn't really have to worry about getting hot because I got rerolls. Those are the days. How much wood are really nice, better than the stuff painted better than 4? I've no idea, Adam. No idea what various kits, go for, or you can sell starter sets once they're painted up. I struggle with terrain, to be truthful, trying to figure that out as well. Right, that one there. I'll do. Yeah. We'll keep these really small ones, and I figure we've got probably about 2 more chunks I can get out of this sheet. And then that's the hills done. Actually, I need to take this off. Oh, shoulders are aching tonight because of that late night we had. Now, I'm not sure what the battle plan is going to be tomorrow. Yeah. Because my lad Corbin, he's been away for the week at like school camp. Yeah, it's the first time he's been away from us for a week. And he comes back and pick up from school at sort of 3:30. Yeah, so by the time I get back from dropping Willow off in the morning, doing logistics and that sort of stuff, and bit of channel work, I'm not even sure it's going to be worth jumping on and doing anything with Corbin coming back, and whether it's better to hold on till the evening and just jump on early evening and have a bit of a bash at it. Yeah, I'll use Twitter and Facebook and that sort of stuff to sort of let you know when I'm around, but I'm thinking in the day, tomorrow it might be a good day to catch up on all the admin and that sort of stuff. Also, I need to work on some more tutorials and finish a few bits off. Building terrain whilst under the influence is scary. Nothing like drunk terrain building. 'Tis the future. Right, we'll put that one there. Which is good because we're running out of glue. Graham's just been drowned out by a plane coming to land at Heathrow. He obviously lives next to the runway. You'll be here, will you guys? I know, I can rely on you lot. Oh, now I've put 2 on there. It looks quite good. I might put 2 on other bits. It's going to be one of those nights. You'll have to time the shows well, Mal, or else I'll clash with my busy schedule of doing bugger all. Bibbly, mate. It's hard, isn't it? Right, let's get these done. Let's get a brew on. Ba-ba-ba. Live streaming and Facebook at the same time is so slow. Dude, I don't even risk anything like that on this computer. I'm just glad we've got a live stream. Right. Those are there. Yeah, put that one on there, I think. There we go. That's ready for shaping up. Yeah, nice. Wonder if watching that adding more polystyrenes increases the funds. Look, it's got 3 pieces added. That's an extra £2. Sometimes wonder, looking at some of the terrain on eBay, if that's how it works. I think we may be too late for Braggy. I think he's already finished. Right, Adam's off. Catch you later, buddy. Does anyone know where I can get Battlestar Galactica Cylon Centurion bits for converting Necrons? No, but that'd be an awesome conversion project. There are Cylon models out there, aren't there? Is it hassle-free you do them? Or Cylon-like models? You should not paint the hills. It's a good sci-fi colour. Dude, I'm going to have to paint them. You can always express delivery my hill. I've got to build your hill first, dude. I need a base for it. And I'm done with bases for the time being. Unless it can fit on one of them. I don't think it can. Right. Yeah, we do need something on there. Austin's just joined, mate. If it says pending, it's because I haven't had a chance to jump on and approve yet. I do about once a day. Yeah, so you probably get approval in the morning, dude. I don't jump on and do it as I get requests, because otherwise, you know, I'd be doing it like 20 times a day, popping on, approving someone disappearing. So I tend to do it in a batch. Very much like how I handle my emails and my comments and stuff like that. Because otherwise, if I'm just popping backwards and forwards, I'd be at it all day, mate. But I will get to it, don't worry. You will be approved in the morning. Right. Have we got something to put on that? Yeah, I'm sure we can get something out of this. Yeah, of course you can. We could do taking that round a bit, actually. Actually, it's not bad there. I'll take it to there. Nip that corner a bit. Yeah, there. I'm thinking about strapping up an RC setup to terrain makers to make it fly in buildings. You could fill balloons full of helium tube, tie them to it. You could do the movie up, couldn't you? Way. Actually, if you're smart, you could really have a play with perspective with that, couldn't you? You know, do a house and see if people think it's a real house. Well, that's fine, mate. Can't wait. What's the rules for posting pictures and builds and stuff? Post directly to the group. Keep logos. Don't mention studios or anything like that. Just post your stuff to the group, mate. Have a scroll through. You'll see what the gist is. Lana wants a drone to be, what you call it, a work of art. Red green, do the shack back spray glue. Dude, I might as well just throw things at it, red green, if I do it that way, mate. Even my cheap and easy scatter terrain, you know, it's got to be done in a certain way. This is about as lax as I get. Right. Right, more offcuts for the packing bag. Right, so next job is we've got to start shaping up these rock formations, haven't we? Clampers off. Have a good one. And thanks. Hopefully it will, you know, hopefully we'll do a bit of a fundraiser. You know, we'll get a bit more in the pot towards this laptop. I mean, we got the webcam and we got the tripod yesterday. We pretty much signed off just today, yeah, because of the boys. Yeah, we've managed to get the long USB extender cable, which means I can put the camera anywhere in the studio. And we've probably got about a tenner towards the laptop as well. Yeah, plus whatever we can make with the train. So that's a slightly different model, but slightly better model. As always, guys, yeah, the links are in the description. There's the link for the Patreon thing. If you fancy just throwing a quid this way, you know, as a once a month thing, keep the channel going. That's awesome. That really is awesome. Otherwise, yeah, there's like the PayPal thing and the Amazon wish list. If you just want to do a one-off to say thanks and sort of help me on my mad terrain journey. Of course, no pressure, but it is really appreciated. And if I can get it all set up, I'll be able to do more live builds like this from the studio. Assuming, what you call it, they don't kick me out for what you call it for wanting 24-hour access. I'm a little bit worried about that, to be truthful, but I can't carry on, you know, just working in the day there, because I'm only getting a few hours in before I'm having to pick Willow up and, you know, that sort of stuff. Right. I can see a hoovering. But yeah, Hoover. Right, just grabbing the Hoover. Oh. Chocolate hunting. I've got you the Vimto lollies. You got the Vimto lollies. Come through.
Yeah.
Alright, let me move this, I'll whack out along and I'll get set up.
I'll just push those one side, because you know, will they?
Yeah.
Just use the dust on and push down from.
Now you may be wondering why I've been a bit fastidious over cleaning. Yeah, and that's because at the stage when you start working with lots and lots of little bits, yeah, they get in the way. You know, bases don't sit flat when you're working, they wobble and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, it's a bit handier just to have a cleaner work area when you're working like this. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep pushing all the little bits up to there, the bits that don't end up in packing. Yeah, and then we'll just have a little bit that we can just, yeah, throw in the bin at the end. And this stuff's notorious for sticking. Right, get up there, you. Get up there. There we go. Sweepy, sweepy. Right, we need to put a brew on. I don't know, perhaps a giant flying cathedral. Lena, that would be cool as hell. I find that evening times are the most productive for terrain building. I do as well, mate. I get into a sort of flow with it, you know, I get a bit high. I like the peace and quiet. This studio thing's really bothering me, to be truthful. Yeah. The fact that they haven't replied back, that's... Right, just going to go put kettle on. Oh, I'll set that render as well. Well, since we started the live show, it's managed to get up to 18%. Right, let's start getting a few of the... Ooh, careful. They're not brilliantly stuck down after all those. We'll do the pillar ones first. Most of these are already roughly shaped anyway. Yeah, there's a few that aren't. So we'll get these out. See, these are shaped already. So put them over here for the time being. Yeah, and we'll get the ones that aren't. That's shaped already, because these were the ones we did pretty late on at night, weren't they? I could do with a bit of shaping. Yeah, these simple pillars. Yeah, these ones here. Hello Mel, hello Pete, hi Dan. Now, what's your opinion on styrofoam that is like a fluid and hardens in 24 hours? The liquid stuff, I've never really used it, mate. I've used expanded spray stuff, but I've not used slow cure stuff. Awesome. I'm usually in the pub when Mel is live. Yeah. It's Friday night tomorrow, mate. Nowhere like that studio space near me. 95 hours would be a deal breaker for me anyway. Exactly the same. I mean, I know Pikachu, you do terrain, don't you? Yeah, you're a custom terrain studio, I think. Yeah. Or if you're not, there's a Pikachu terrain. I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah. It's what you call it. 95, it's just a killer. Right. Let me make this brew. Here you go, baby. Right. Need to grab me a cigarette as well. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Yeah. What, Boast? What are you thinking? Well, right now I'm eating a fig biscuit. Obviously, I've got this dough, don't fall out everywhere. There you go. Right. Now what's up there, Paul? Sales salute, busy trade. Ah, yeah. Sorry, I'm just munching on that, aren't I? Alright. Okay. So, are we having a biscuit discussion now? No, Kurt, we're not. We're having a studio discussion. You can tell tonight's show is a lot more sedated because I'm already at the end of a long day. That's hot. Right. I'm in this studio. I've essentially got 9 to 5 access. They're nice people. Yeah, they didn't even offer studios, and they found me this space, and they found me that room that you see me post on Facebook and that sort of stuff. The room is 10 foot by 15. Now they are an art company, yeah, and like I say, they're nice people. They do a lot of charity work, they do a lot of carnivals and that sort of stuff. But hiring out studios isn't what they do. What they do is they do like a creative common space, and it's almost like a sixth form common room with some desks and that sort of stuff, where if you're a creative individual, you can go and work. I'll be honest with you, I'm still trying to get my head around why creative individuals would need like an office desk. But that's just one of those things. I can understand them needing a studio like I do. Yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, they sort of took me on this sort of like membership thing, and then found me space in their artistic workshop. So they've helped me. But right down the road is Spode Works. If you don't know Spode, they're a very old British pottery firm. Yeah, and Spode Works is their old factory. And Spode, the pottery company, has renovated it and turned it into artistic studios. And there's 42 and when I say just down the road from them, I mean 90 seconds walk from where I'm working now. Yeah, it's got 24-hour access, various studios. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm struggling in the studio I'm in, and then just down the road, there's more studios. But it's very much, I don't know Spode. I know these people at B Arts. So, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? Are we all talking fig biscuits? Really? I've just been pouring my heart out to you. And you lot are talking fig biscuits? You bunch of gits. So seriously, any suggestions? In fact, I better not ask for suggestions, I'll get them. Who knows what I'll get? Go for it, Mel. Go for what? Go for the different studio. Do it on community basis. What do you mean to community basis? Don't understand what you mean, Gangamaz. Nice plans, by the way. I've been slowly working through them. Very nice plans. I put them to one side and then I refound them. You reckon? Reach out to Spode? . 'Cause What does Spode Studio offer? Right, Spode Studio offer, money-wise, if I was to, because they do it on a square foot basis over an annual period, but essentially it would cost me probably about another £60 than I'm paying already, yeah, to get the same size room at Spodeworks that I'm in now, annually. So on a monthly basis, £5 more a month for exactly the same amount of space. Yeah, 150 square foot. They offer 24-hour, 7 days a week access, and we know I've had problems with getting in there. We know we've had problems with bank holidays when they shut. You know, when I went down there, they told me that the only time they actually shut is Christmas. Yeah, and then, you know, they shut for Easter, they shut this bank holiday, they shut that bank holiday, you know. So the 24-hour, 24/7 access is big. They offer Wi-Fi, and I'm damn sure if I spoke to Spode, yeah, you know what I mean, I can probably, with what I do with the channel, you know, the thing is, yeah, and this is, let me just do the comments and I'll go through that. You have to put yourself first. Time manager, great, but will you be happy if fallout from Spode company so close to home? I don't think there'll be fallout from any companies or anything like that, mate, to be perfectly honest. No harm asking, yeah. If your needs aren't being met, keep looking until they are. Yeah, well, you see, when I signed up, it was, you know, they did turn around and say, well, let's give it, you know, let's give it some months, get to know you. Yeah, so I've been working on the, well, soon I'll be getting a key basis. And it's this never ending soon. You know what I mean?
You can't hear that, can you?
No, can't hear that, Doc. So I Kez is watching one of the programs, so she's got her headphones in. Yeah, £5 is what it isn't much, is it, guys? And like I say, they've got the, I mean, I'll tell you what, a couple of things. One, yeah, although this community arts company I'm in, yeah, although they've got these projects, I'm pretty much the only one who uses it. Literally, I've seen, since I've been there, since the start of the D-Day board, I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people use it. The whole facilities for, like, you know, this, what you call it, this Creative Common thing, this membership thing that I'm on. Yeah, one of them's left. He left about 2 weeks after I joined, and he told me he was leaving. One of them I haven't seen since the first month. One of them I've seen twice, comes in for like one day, once a month or something like that. Yeah. And then two of them, well, one of them kind of does the social media for the companies, and the other one was a boyfriend who'd come in for the open day that she was in for. So, you know, and also, so there's no artists around, there's no one else around in the day. I mean, the guys from Be Active, from the company, or what you call it, they're all busy, you know, through the day doing their stuff, but there's no buzz. You know, and I like peace and quiet, being able to lock myself in the studio, but at the same time, you know, you do feel quite isolated. Whereas down at Spode, yeah, they've got 42 studios, which means I imagine they've got some sort of common kitchen. It makes sense, you know what I mean, with that many artists working through there. You know, it's people to talk to. Also, yeah, when dealing with where I am now, I don't know if they resent the success of my YouTube channel, or, you know, or the success. I feel sometimes, you know, because what I do is sort of patron funded by you guys, and because I work on commissions, I've discovered since mixing with artists that a lot of the art companies pretty much survive purely on grants. They're always applying to this fund or that fund. Yeah, all of them. They're all working on different applications left, right, and centre. Yeah, and sometimes I wonder whether there's a bit of jealousy there. You know what I mean? That, you know, I'm not grant funded. You know, I'm community supported by you guys. You know, You know, what I make by, the commissions, which is essentially the financial worth of my work, rather than going and, applying to some big organization to do something arty. You know what I mean? Sounds like it's not so creative space. Mate, I'll tell you what. The other thing, I don't want to diss them to, you know what I mean? It's not my style. But the other thing that I keep thinking with the Spode thing is Spode is run by a company. Yeah, which means there's business people in there. Now, I can talk to business people. They understand needs and stuff like that and delivering a service. Yeah, better than an arts company. I'll be honest with you, I found artists to be pretty flaky people. Do you know what I mean? With regards to service provision. I'm probably not much better myself, to be perfectly honest, if we're going to be critical. Common kitchen, bacon sandwiches, like it. Interaction is a requirement for creativity. Is the new place heated? Because the old location, you had some problems, I remember. From what I've seen, it is heated. They look like they've got some sort of central heating system in, but I can have words. If they've got that many studios, I won't be the only artist that'll need a warm studio for stuff to dry. Mel, forget about the SIG. Oh, no, I'm not going to forget about this. Everyone's talking. Artists don't seem the 9-to-5 type. Well, it depends whether you fill in applications for grants, mate. I'll tell you what, that company is full of artists, and all I ever see them doing is paperwork. Do you know what? I don't actually think I've ever seen them working on art. Actually, in the studio. I've seen them in the studio working on, because, I mean, you saw the big workshop, the art workshop they've got. Yeah? Pretty much the first and second day I went, when I very first went, they were moving some boxes round. Yeah, and there's one of the guys there, and he's doing a bit of DIY, putting some sides in the common bakery. Yeah, but I don't think I've ever seen him actually do any art. Do you know what I mean? For an art company, I mean, I think I've been there 3 months. I've never seen anyone in their workshop doing art. Mika saying, are you allowed to bring your own if they don't have heating? I think, what you call it? They're just jealous. You reckon? Real life got in the way. It always does. Sounds like you've already talked yourself into an answer, Mal. I think I have, haven't I? I think I have. I do like these live sessions, because you guys give me the reality of the situation. I get to vent and sort of like, air my frustrations to people like, who sort of get it, you know what I mean? I mean, I know all you guys aren't terrain builders. I know a few of you are terrain builders, but there's hobbyists, there's dads, there's even small business people, you get me. Yeah, and it's nice to be able to vent. And, like you say, whenever I have these chats, we do pretty much come up with an idea, and you always give me other things. And I think it's time to go and have a chat with Spode. Do you know what I mean? See what they come back with. I mean, if they come back and they turn around and say, yeah, we'll sort you a key, then my priority is just get going. I know where I am. I know the studio will suit what I need it to do. And as long as I can come and go as I please, well, I don't have to mix with artists. It's nice, but, if I'm doing live days, I'm mixing with you guys. Do you know what I mean? I'm not on my own. I mean, that's part of what this whole fundraiser is about. So I'm not on my bloody lonesome in the studio. I can do live days and chat with guys, mime artists pretending to do art. Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, this is a bit like, arty, but yeah, they're all modern artists, this contemporary art. Yeah. One of them's artistic stage is live performance and embroidery. Yeah. Van Gogh will be cutting his other bloody ear off. Derek's saying what's right. You can look into doing what's museum stuff. It's something I've looked at, but I need to get myself stable in a studio. Do you know what I mean? Before I risk going out and doing that sort of stuff, because from what I gather, yeah, there's good work on the museum scene. But if you cock up, your name goes round and you don't get work again anywhere. Yeah, so I need to be set, I need to be solid, and then I need to dip my toes in that. If that's the way I want to go. I mean, remember, what I want to do is the terrain for the YouTube channel. That's what I want my dream job to do. And that's why, you know, Patreon in the links below is so important, you know, that $1. You know, because it helps me to, you know, to spend my time showing you guys how to make terrain and sharing stuff. I mean, I've got some awesome stuff coming. Check this out. Mel's got a care package. Started chatting to Woodland Scenics. Turns out they're fans of the channel. Yeah, so their scenery detailing kit, their rock faces kit, which is ironic because I've got all that already, including that mold. I'll have 2 of them. Yeah, their landscape kit, their tree kit, and their waterfall kit. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I've got a little series sort of planned for them, you know, a little concept. Yeah, and I think you're going to love it, and I'm going to love doing it. But that's what I want to do, the patron thing, you know what I mean? The community. Right, terrain therapy. It is terrain therapy. Do we know what the scene is going to be? We haven't got a clue yet, mate. Get a bucket, cover it with some legend block. Modern art. Mate, I could so bullshit my way into thousands. Honey Badger Games. Here's a challenge for you, Mel. Making some giant crystal structures for terrain. Dead simple, mate. There's a video in the Hills and Rocks playlist. We've already covered that, making them high density. Ha! In fact, just like that. Is that what you're looking for? Has Mel got the goods for you? Come on, it's Mel the Terrain Tutor. You said, how do I do this? And what did I do? Check out that playlist, dude. It's there for you. See, this is what it's about. This is what I love. That's awesome, that was. How do you do crystals? Like that. Already done. No, or yeah. Oh, waterfall. Yay, freebies. Giveaways. No, they're all going to be used, dude. I've got plans for them, and you'll like the plans. Vanished. He's off again. Is it doing its internet thing? Those kit rocks. I've used them all. Mate, I've got a ton of them. We used them on the D-Day board. I really like it. Already done. What's already done? It says I'm still going here. This side. It'll pop back, guys. We really should be building terrain, shouldn't we? I should have this cigarette and then crack on because we've almost finished up. I needed, what you call it? I needed that. Evening, Tim. There's the TTT tutorial. Yep, can see it. Nice. So we're back live and everything. We good? I need to figure out how I can monitor broadcasting. You know what I mean? So is it going to be buildings or mountains or something else? Rock clusters mainly. Mika's saying, shame the Woodland Scenics is so expensive. You wait till the videos, mate. I'll blow your mind. They are Sandberg Machine and Tool, evening from Utah. I'm working on some 15mm scale buildings for heavy gear blitz. Nice, dude. Mel, you can use coffee stain for old parchment and stuff. Is there any use for coffee in terrain building? You can use it for wood staining, mate. You can use it for wattle staining. You can use coffee grounds as basing material. It really depends on whether you want to sort of flush the coffee through, yeah, and get the stain out of it, or use the stain. I mean, what you can do is you can get coffee granules that are very much in like a bit of tights, in like a bunch, yeah, and use it as a dabber for staining stuff. Right, stream's all good. Reggae time. So yeah, that's the plan. And like I say, that's why we're doing this fundraiser, because I want to do this full time. I want to do the live studio thing. So I think, guys, unless they turn around and give me a definitive date of when we're going to be able to go, you know, full time at the studio, I'm going to have to wander down Spode and have a chat with them. I mean, from my point of view, I thought, well, if you're an arts company, you're a media company, all this sort of stuff, you know, surely you'd want someone, you know, a YouTuber, yeah, in your office. Surely it'd be good for your rep. I mean, it's not like I'm a tiny channel. Do you know what I mean? I think I checked their channel out, and I think they've got about 67 subscribers. Do you know what I mean? Now, I'm damn sure if I go to Spode, Spode will be like, yeah, come on in. Do you mind if we put a big sign at the back of your door? You know, because that's the way the world works. Yeah, we'll really help you out, Mel. Yeah, we're just going to have this sign on this wall, yeah? Yeah. It's scratching backs, innit? You know what I mean? Ooh, that's brilliant. Belkin likes the what you call it. Did the camera just cough? Quite possibly. Oh no, Kez is over there. If you tuned in, Kez is watching the programs over there. Maybe the reason they won't give you a key is because they hold their cultist meetings there at night. It wouldn't surprise me, mate. It genuinely wouldn't surprise. Oh, t-shirts. We're going. Would any of you lot like t-shirts? If I go to something like Cafe Press, where I think I make £1 a shirt from them. I'm not on about getting them printed myself and posting. Loads of people have said you'll make a load of money doing that, but it's hassle, guys. But if I go and design a load of terrainiacs shirts, you know what I mean, with some interesting slogans, are you interested, or am I wasting my time? I don't mind doing it, and if it makes a couple of quid on the side, it helps the channel. Yeah, but there's no point in me sitting on Cafe Press for an evening or two working it all out. Yeah, if no one's going to buy any. Yeah. If I've learned anything about rural towns in England from TV and movies, it's that every town has a cult. One? Dude, mate, I used to live in Wales. Yeah. The cults used to advertise in the local news shop, you know, with little car. I'm not joking. Wiccan groups and all sorts. Proper cults. And yes, they did have naked dancing. And yes, we were invited by a couple of friends of ours once. And yes, we did go to a few May Day celebrations. And yes, we did drink mushroom wine out of a big horn. And yes, a fun time was had. And even at one of them, I remember, what you call it? I dyed my hair 3 different colours. Yeah, and my goatee, because I was playing the May Fool. All right, people are saying you'd like t-shirts. All right, I will put it on the job list. Right, anyone in the know which sort of online service is probably best to go for? I mean, there's Cafe Press, but I don't know if they deliver to the UK. I think they're a US thing. Wickerman, not far off, Wickerman, Dan. I'll tell you what, not far off, dude. Anyway, no point having a bloody fundraiser if we're not actually going to build any train and raise some funds. So what I'll say is, remember, if you do want to help me out, check out the links below for the Patreon link and the $1 pledge, and also, you know, the PayPal and the Amazon wish list. If you just want to send a one-off for it, you know, shits and giggles. In the meantime, I will source that extra fibre, and I think we're going to be moving to Spode, aren't we? I think it might be time for it. I'm going to see what comes back with this text. I imagine, yeah, if I haven't heard anything, they'll be having a meeting. They do have nice meetings. The food's lovely there, but I can't stay for, like, you know, the occasional nice meal. Spreadshirt. So t-shirts. Yeah, spreadshirt. Cafe press. I know that High Podcast does them from time to time on DFTBA. What's DFTBA, dude? Right, let's start shaping these up. Right, what we've got here is we've got our Rocky Rock clusters, and they're just basically squares on top of each other. And all I want to do is just take off corners and just make them a little bit more rounded, ready for when we blast them with a heat gun tomorrow evening. Yeah, so it is just literally a matter of taking off corners. So these t-shirts, yeah? Do you want naughty ones? I mean, not with like pictures or anything like that, but you know, I have got a little bit of a reputation for the innuendo. I'm sure that could drift across to the t-shirts. Of course, I do appreciate that you know, terrain building is not gender specific, so I'm happy to make naughty ones for boys and girls. I'm like that. Alright, watch your fingers boast. There we go. Slide that one down there. Yeah, there we go. Messy, but as you see, just chop into the corners. Yeah, makes it a little bit more rocky rock. And then when we hit it with a heat gun, we'll get some interesting shapes on it. Yeah, it needs to just, I'll take that bit off. Right, on to the next one. $40K radio, blue pay, everyone should. Naughtier the better. You know, dude, I am not doing a TTT live mankini. Not a chance. T-shirts with the naughty corner and what you call it. Just the logo. Terrainiacs do it with the what you call it. I'm sure I can come up with lots of little ideas. Right. I will put it on the job list. We'll give it a jolly and then we'll put it out. Yeah, I haven't got a TTT logo. What does that remind you of? Terrain for a certain audience. TTT made me do it. I like that. One for the t-shirt. Flock it. Can I has terrain? Flock it. Yeah, we like flock it. Yeah, I like to flock it. Crack on? Yeah, we've got to have a crack on, haven't we? Clear that off. Yeah. Your profile pic is good. I don't think that'd go down as a logo. Logos need to be clean and distinct, don't they? They're easy to put on things rather than a picture, like a full colour graphic. Yeah, let's break it up a bit actually. Some ridges in there. Stand up the footwork. Go flock yourself. Could you shape giant's teeth from the blocks? Would look like great a couple of. I could, yeah, if I'd have thought about that in advance, mate. This sort of stage in, it'd be a bit difficult to sort of pull it back. It's doable, but for the amount of time and sort of fiddling around, you know. Oh my God, what's happened there? Oh, cut that in a bit. Yeah, it doesn't really, it's a bit too much. Want a logo doing? Oh, I don't know, mate. Shall I go down the logo route? It's all very professional, isn't it? I like something around the TTT. And I like green and yellow. Yeah, a bit like, you know, my shirt and everything like that, where I have the green background and the yellow writing. Yeah, that'll do. Keep them coming. Right, these need shaping a bit. Atom Smasher Table did a one-time pre-order for t-shirts, so there's no excess. I just don't want to watch. I don't want the logistics of having to ship them, work it all out, little payments here and there. I'd rather spend an evening, design it, and then it's done. Do you know what I mean? And anyone who wants them can get them. And I don't have to worry about, you know, can I get them printed? Are prices going to change? Are they going to get lost in the post? Mr. Trippick saying he'll do me one for free. A logo. Why can't thank you kindly, sir. Yeah, my email address is down underneath the area for the PayPal link. It's also my email address. Drop me a line, dude, and we'll chat. He does it for a job. You must be good at it then. Does dremeling bases equal sanding edges, Mel, or cutting edges off with a knife? Dremeling bases is using a Dremel, which is a small rotary tool, mate. Yeah, spinny little head with a sander on that you backwards and forwards on. Ooh, wobbly rock. Better hold this one, otherwise it's going to fall all over the place. And a bit close to the edge of that one, so pull that one back a bit. Yeah, and that's a bit too regular for my liking, so I'll bring that down a bit, pop that out, and I'll blend that down. Yeah, a little bit touching around here, take the edge off there, yeah, and then back into here. Yeah, love it when a plan comes together. Lumpala styrene. TTT stylized as a tree of rock and something else. Ooh. Thanks for the stream, Mel. Will you be back tomorrow evening? Yeah, more than likely, mate. More than likely. Always check on Twitter. I'll tell you what's going on. Have you lost something? You're right. A pin? Normally a stack of them. Will a cocktail stick do? Or a pokey thing?
Thin pokey thing, yeah.
Under that? There you go. Yeah, so keep going on this. A trio, and to be truthful, if I'm going for a logo, I'd rather the three letters, yeah, maybe embellished slightly to look like branches, but I like the green, you know, I like simple. I'm a simple man, you know what I mean? Ooh, wibbly wobbly, wibbly wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly. Yeah, so that one's done. Sharpen that down a bit, actually. Yeah, we need some glue in there. A bit more glue in there, I think. I don't have Twitter anymore. Don't worry, mate. Jump on Facebook. I'll announce it on there, or Google Plus. Or just keep an eye on the channel later on in the evening. You know, you'll see when the stream comes up. Red Green needs to clean his teeth. All right, then, dude. Right, let's crack on. Yeah, looking good. Time to come together. Let's get the rest of these shaped. Do a little bit on there, actually. Just take that top bit off a bit more. I'm going to have to check the render in a minute as well. Just make sure that's still going. The life of a YouTube personality, eh? 11:30, checking on the render, carving polystyrene, because you need a new laptop for your YouTube. I'm sure I should be about 20 years old with one of those funny cats and baggy trousers. I'm sure when people say, you know, oh, I'm a YouTuber, and you're not expecting so much of a 40-year-old bloke with a grey goatee. And at the rate this is going, guys, yeah, in another year or two, we could be having TTT live story time. You'd probably like that, wouldn't you? Should we sit down and do stories? Oh. Right. Did maybe just logo 3 cuppers with a letter T on each. I like that, honey badger. What kind of knife do you use on them? One of these. I mean, to be truthful, I prefer it if it was a left-handed version, because it isn't. This is the right-handed version. Yeah, but basically it's just an extending blade, you know. Yeah, it takes those long, thin, snap-off blades, but I use it as like a long sheath. Yeah, but it's really comfy in the hands. I've got a few of them, but out of all of them, this is my favourite because it's sort of curved. And with the amount of times I spend, you know, with this in my hand. But like I said, the only sort of downside I don't like about it is with me being left-handed, you know, it's just slightly off because it's designed for right-handed. If anyone ever sees one of these for a left-handed person, yeah, please send me the link. Because, you know, that would be great. That would be really great. Did I miss the end of the studio? Did anyone mind filling me on what the decision was? We're waiting to hear out, basically. Yeah, we're going to see what they come back with what you call it, with off the text message, and see if, you know, if they are going to. Well, I suppose the easy way to say it is, you know, honour their commitment. You know, when I went. You know, and I was quite honest. You know, I work nights. It's ideal for me to be able to work nights. We had a discussion. So it's not an unknown. It's not like I didn't approach and I'm asking for more than I said at the start. And I've been patient. I mean, the real irony of the situation is, yeah, that one, they're seriously lax on security. the stuff they leave lying around in their offices, which to get to the kitchen, you have to walk through their offices. Yeah, so there's no way I can sort of avoid it. If I want to go to the toilet or I want to go to the kitchen, yeah, I've got to walk through their offices. And there's bags and purses and laptops and cameras just left idly around, yeah, overnight. Yeah, they can all go out and leave me alone in the building with everything, yeah, and yet they don't trust me with a key. Takanori Mel. Probably the Bode or Arc Centre discussion, yeah. What's the name of the blade? I've got no idea. Don't even think it's got a name. No, it's not even a maker's mark. It was one of those cheap ones. I bought it on a market or something like that. I just spotted it and thought, oh, that's a good handle. I mean, up until then, all right, well, I started off with this one. You can tell, look at the rust on that blade. Yeah, that's quite brutal on the hand. And then I went to the sort of that one. Yeah, but it's a bit wobbly in the housing at the end, so the blade wobbles a little. Yeah, and then I found this. And if I can find a left-handed version, sweet as. Get my home art depot, do you? I haven't got a home depot. Can you not turn the blade round, Mel? No, it's the way that the grip is designed, mate. There's no way of swapping it, unfortunately. But I mean, like I say, I've got used to it. You know, I can crack. Oh, you're watching me. You know what I mean? It's obvious that I'm not having a problem using it because we're doing it. Poundland box cutters, they ain't left-handers, but they're a lot slimmer on the button locky bit. I don't really mind it, to be truthful, but I'll check them out, dude, because I do like a bit of Poundland. Right. Yeah, quick nip off that one. Yeah, looking good. We're looking good, guys. Yeah. I got 2 for 5 yo-yo. What's a yo-yo? Just joining. What material are you cutting? Polystyrene, mate. Or styrene if you want to call it. It's styrofoam in the US. I can never remember. Right, so let's do this one. Yeah, that's pretty solid. We'll shake that one up. And then we'll see what other stacks that we've got to shape up. These are more bigger towers. Yeah. Yeah, after this, oh, that one will probably need shaping up. So we'll shape these last 2 up. I'll flip kettle on. Do you want a fresh brew? Kez?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we'll throw a fresh brew on. And then we'll tackle something else. Oh, that one we can do. I suppose very quickly we can do that one. Right, let's get these done quickly. Oh, thanks. Yeah, come on there. Said the bishop to the actress. Right. Will John, get your own brew? At bookstore, $1.50. Right. It's like watching Twitch Creative, but on YouTube. See, everyone's banging on about this Twitch. Is it worth me giving it a go? Do you know what I mean? for something like this, for these live studio days? Is it worth? Because I keep hearing about it, and it seems to be the in thing. But you know me, I'm a bit of a technocrat. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. All right, do this one. I like this better since I don't have a Twitch, so I don't have to make a Twitch account to chat. We'll do a vid of a game event that I'm going to. You're doing a vid, or do you want me to do a vid, mate? Gangle mouse, the button where you push on the sides on the blade is the side where your thumb lays. Yeah, on this case with me, my finger lays on it. Yeah, because there's the button. Yeah, so when I hold it like that, theoretically it should be like that with your thumb. You know, be able to quick release, thumb back on top. But it doesn't bother me. I can live with it. It's going to be interesting when we get to the weekend and we get the kids painting. Willow's going to love that spray gun. Luckily, the weather is looking glorious. So, fingers crossed, we'll get them outside, we'll get spraying them up, get them with the airbrush going as well. Yeah, I need to pull this back quite a bit actually, so that's quite close to the edge. Any others really close to the edge? That one could do with a trim. Yeah. That one as well. Yeah, that definitely does, but we know that. That's a bit close as well. Oh, thanks, Doug. Just whack it there. Mel is bolt action at the minute, Joshua. Yeah, that's my game at the minute, mate. What's your favourite go-to war game? Right, so Twitch is great if you're not interacting with the audience so much, but it tends to run about 30 seconds. I'll leave it then. I like the interaction, you know what I mean? I mean, that's what these live studio things are all about. Getting you guys chatting to me in the studio while I do my tutorials and while I work on bits and bobs. Yeah, pretty good. We need to, oh yeah, we need to pull that one back quite a bit. When we put them down, yeah, we have a tendency to put them and overlap the edges. Yeah, and all I'm doing now is just nipping around and making sure, pull back this edge. So we've got a bit of a bevel, yeah, you know, to the piece. You don't want the rock sort of overhanging the edge. Oh God, what's that going on there? I'll get rid of that then. Yeah. Fix that. Yeah, and two more to do. The big tower. Do you listen to any good podcasts? Trying to find them is a challenge. Yeah, I used to like 40k radio. I used to like what you call it, independent characters. Yeah, who were the Aussie boys from down under? They were good. Yeah, bolt action ones. There's a few good bolt action podcasts, but I tend to go with ones that I've got a bit of discussion on, but also where the presenter, it's easy. I'm not going to say easy listening, but you know what I mean? They've got a voice you can sort of relax to. And a lot of the podcast ones, their voices, I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best presenter in the world with all the years and what you call it. But for me, I struggle relaxing to them. When I listen to things, I mean, I watch a lot of Beasts of War, and I'll watch an episode a few times, or more importantly, I'll listen to it because it's a good bit of banter, and the voices are easy for me. I like them; they sit well. Reminds me of a 90s film with Alicia Silverstone in it. Whatever. Talk to the hand. Face ain't listening. Talk to the elbow. You're not worth the extension. Exemplar. Hello, mate. You've been busy? I have been busy, mate. It's been a crazy busy day. Oh, I need to check that render as well. Remind me just before when we finish these to check the render. Because I need to make sure that that doesn't die halfway through again. Leave it at that, eh? Right. Garrison's in, is he? Hello, mate. The hobby desk? Yeah, terrain corner, mate. For room building, it helps to go at least 2 distinct main colours, supplemented with lots of 2D details and patterns, texture, pose, size. Yeah, very true. I'm assuming someone's asked a question about how to detail up building. It's better to have the voices you know where they're coming from than the ones you hear without the video. Dude. But darling, the voices told me to buy that regiment. They never lied to me before. Alright. Yeah, this is, what was that? Something flying around in the kitchen. Right, greetings from Spain. Hello, mate. Hey, it's Biv in. Hey, Biv, how you doing, buddy? Go on, what time is it over there? You waking up or going to sleep? Do you have a business or contact email, Mel? Yes, mate. Have a look in the description. It'll have my Gmail address in there, theterraintutor@gmail.com. Who's going to use the stuff that you're making? I don't know. Whoever buys it, mate. Someone will buy it. Someone better buy it. I hope someone buys it. It's all been a bit pointless, isn't it? By the time we finish and people see what I've actually made, no one will buy it. Stabby, stabby. Around. Yeah. A little bit hangy there. There we go. Another one. There you go. Perspective. Trim like that. Or is that a better view? I mean, there's no point doing them like that, is there? Right, that's all the insertables done. Yeah, it's a late night show. It's going to be one of those. Right. Busy in the studio all night. Are you? Am I? Are you in the studio, dude? Oh, ever watched Commissioner Gazza? He makes terrainiacs. I've seen him around, mate. I haven't really watched his videos. Mel, I had the stream muted in the background and now you're showing us this. Where's the stream gone? No idea, dude. Oh, Joddy, email it to me. The terraintutor@gmail, mate. I tweet you. All right, I'll check it out on Twitter. Do we have a cigarette, babe?
No, I made one before.
Oh, okay. Right, give me 2 secs. I need to check that render. I'm sure the time on that render is going up. Seriously, I'm sure that time on that render is going up. Yeah. When I started, it had 7 hours to do. Yeah. It's now 29% through, and it's still got 7 hours to do. It's conning me. Right, we need to put these on here. So let's pull these back a bit and make a bit of room, because we can swap them, because these are going to be the next stacks we need to carve. Yeah. Watch the archways. Yeah, that needs cleaning up a bit. That's a bit of a P4 job, Bursicle. Yeah, ooh, nip that back as well. Bit severe, that. In the bloody scatter terrain, I'm still being a perfectionist. What is it like? Right. Garrison, tell you Paul, I'll go and do a quick vid tonight on my channel so you can have a look. Okay, nice one. I don't know what you're doing a quick vid on, Garrison, but nice one, dude. So that's community, innit? You know what I mean? Someone said, how do you do this? I'll do a vid for you. I don't think I could do it like that. I mean, with the amount of editing I've just put into that water effects vid. Right. Is Bibbly off? Catch you later, dude. After again today, mate. I am Ghosty. Right, and we've got another prepubescent in the house. Bye, Ski. Oh, the young. Yeah, that's the one I actually did already. Extra glue, but it doesn't look like I shaped it. How bizarre. Wasn't there a song with How Bizarre? I have a vague memory from my childhood or my younger days. It all greys out into one nowadays. The time before, I call it the time before the internet. Mal, I get round it by doing as little as possible. I'm very lo-fi. I like that style, Garrison. I do like that style. Get the little bits off. Be right back. Coffeeing, because I ran out of whiskey. Dude, I don't want to run out of whiskey. Whiskey is power. Right. So put these over there. I want these. See, I keep finding ones that need finishing. Late night terrain building. This is like on the D-Day board where, you know, I come home from the weekend to realise that, you know, I've put the beach defences on the wrong way round. Dude. Pikachu's asking Viv about his Tau terrain. We were chatting about that earlier, mate. Someone was talking about Tau terrain and I pointed him in your channel. Yeah. And then I had a little joke saying, yeah, but it won't be finished because Viv's spending too much time in his microbrewery. How's the brewery going, by the way, mate? You're knocking out some good brews? that one up. Lots of arches and curves. I did get it off the shelf. Like, are you doing it, mate? Are you working on the tab stuff? Have you not brewed for a while either? Mate, you're going to have to get that brewery on. That was impressive. I mean, that was a real bit of kit, you know what I mean? And it is the ultimate addition to a wargaming empire, a brewery as well. I mean, that's all. That's pretty much up there with Bugman's, dude. If only you could get away with calling it Bugman's. You could get a load of polystyrene and clad that corner of the studio, yeah, in like old dwarven stones and runes on it and around your brewery. That'd be epic, dude. Viv, you should so do that. Well, and right. Tim the Enchanter, no, we're not going to hit the 8-hour limit tonight, mate. We didn't start till about 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, so we're only actually coming up to 2 hours in. So no, not tonight, mate. Especially as the lad's back tomorrow. If we go for the 8-hour limit, that's 6 o'clock in the morning, and no. Right. Oh, yeah, coming up to 12. Break time. You'll notice that I have a break about roughly every hour. Yeah, thereabouts. I sit down and a bit of a break, 5-10 minutes. Yeah. But if you watch the entire feed last night, the entire 8-hour feed, I don't actually stop for a dinner or anything like that when I work. Yeah, I just keep going. Yeah. Stop, break, brew, nicotine, bang on. It's only at the sort of end when I'm done that it's like, right, food time. Right, I need to transfer these into a different bag because this one is full. So where's my packing bag? There's my packing bag. I know it's packing because it's full of packing. There we go. Right. Don't fall everywhere, folks. You can see what's going to happen, can't you? Right. Pre-packing. Right, put that down there. We'll start filling this one up again. Let's get these big bits up here, save them wasting. Oh, folks, you're getting old. Right, anyone know the most balanced or least OP? I have no idea when it comes to what's OP or balanced in 40k nowadays. Google Dawn Award building, Eldar buildings. Very nice they are. Starting building an army. Not got units. Irish for blends, Scotch for malts. It sounds good. Another Norm Iron fella. Imperial Guard is so good if you're bad at dice rolling because you have plenty to throw. Oh, don't you just? We do like a bit of Imperial Guard. I should you know what? I really should read it. No, don't. Put them to one side. When Corb's ready to play 40k, revisit it. Hopefully after they've turned it into the age of 40k Sigmar. And the rules are only 4 pages long. My God, the nerd rage would be huge if they did that. I mean, I've always put fantasy players down to the more calmer, of the two groups between fantasy and 40k. Yeah. I mean, there was people setting fire to armies. I mean, if they turn 40k into Age of Sigmar, Yeah, I can seriously see someone doing a drive-by shooting at GW, and the rage will be so great. Yeah, the community is brilliant. I love the terrain building community and the wargaming community in general. You know what I mean? I think it just comes from the fact that in the mainstay, gamers and terrain builders especially are generally nice people. Right, so let's get ourselves set up for another one. I need to roll myself a fag. Right, I need to stop working, I need to roll myself a fag. Stop working, folks. Yeah, I'll pass it here, I'll do it, Doug. Right. We're going to leave the arches for now, aren't we? Oh, we've got more of those there. We've already done those though, haven't we? Oh, I could do with a bit of trimming on those. Bit of trimming. The Calm Fantasy players stopped playing long 4A. Stopped playing. Calmly stopped playing long before Ages thing became a thing. Is that true? You see, I started wargaming in fantasy. I used to have an undead army. Yeah. And you know, somehow I ended up in 40k when I came back. I think it was because, yeah, when I came back into the hobby, I was sort of really stressed at work with everything that was going on. I was sort of like, you know, sort of almost late 20s. And I found a box of paints that I'd put aside and some gene stealers. And the paints were just the paints that I needed. I think I must have put the box together at some point in the past as something to take on a trip. You know, the models and the paints I needed. I mean, the models were already primed. It was literally like, I could sit down and do this now. And I did these gene stealers and then ended up with a 5,000 point, what do you call it, Tyrannid army. That actually got featured on bowls. Right, where are we? Don't mention Furies or Ponies to war on Furies or Ponies. What's that? What's a fantasy? Oh, thank you. Oh, old legs. Back like that. Yeah, drop that somewhere on there. I haven't got any room to even drop it. You can go there. Right. More bits for the bits, God. I'm going to sit down. Paul is off. He's off to bed. Question to Viv: is brewing at such a scale legal in Australia? Yeah, Viv's part of a brewing group. I've seen him post on Facebook, so I'm sure if he isn't here, I'm sure he'll jump up and give us the specifics. You may need to be licensed, yeah, but I mean, I think the issue comes with brewing when you're brewing spirits. I know in the UK, you know, you can brew beer as much as you want. You can buy kits in the local supermarket, but the licensing laws come into into effect when it's spirits that you're doing. I don't know if they come into effect on volume as well if you're making so much. But I'm sure what Viv is doing is legit for the simple reason that I know he's part of like a local community brewers group who meet every so often, share beers and that sort of stuff. Yeah. And unless that's unless that's Viv's sort of, you know, colloquial term for like the Australian mafia. Yeah, I mean, most people are legit. Evolve DCs. Hello, Dwayne. How you doing, buddy? Off the wall question: have you always been comfortable in front of the camera, or did it take time? It took time, mate. It took real time. And to be perfectly honest, you can see what I'm like when I first started. If you go back to my first videos, yeah, perfect example. And the back to basics one, the PVA one, the very first, or one of the very first ones on PVA glue. Yeah. Oh, That was when I tried to be professional. Yeah, and oh God, I must have re-recorded that about 30 times. Still not. The content's good, it's the presentation. You see, the terrain-wise, yeah, I know quite a bit. I can do some nice stuff. I'm always learning, I'm always sharing. You know, got no worries on that count. Yeah. The professionalism of the videos, production-wise, I mean, if you go through my videos, you can see the progressive step as we moved up with camera quality, with angles, with, I mean, we used to just switch it on and go, you know what I mean? And sometimes you had to sit there for 10 minutes watching me paint a rock. Yeah, now we use fast forwards, flips, you know, we drop all sorts of things in, pictures and all that sort of stuff. The presentation, me personally, I've got relaxed in front of it, mate. I think that just comes with simply doing it so much. You know what I mean? You log in enough hours, everything becomes relaxed. You can't stay nervous and uptight about something you do that much that actually cares. What's that treatment for phobias where you introduce them to it so much that they burn out on the chemical that makes them scared of it? Like with spiders, the idea is you give them a spider that they can't get away from for more than an hour or something like that. Can you not remember? There's a process. Basically, when you're nervous and all that sort of stuff, that's all because of a certain chemical your body's giving off as a response. It's a survival response. Yeah. And there's a therapeutical treatment where basically it's like an exposure, and you're exposed to what you're scared of, but for longer than your body can produce that chemical. So essentially, you run out of the chemical that makes you scared, and then you're no longer scared of it. And it's a perfectly valid, and it's a treatment that's used and it works. And it's a bit like that. You know, you spend that much time in front of the camera. I mean, you guys, you've seen me laugh, you've seen me as a dad, you've seen me cry, you've seen me exposure therapy. That's it. But you know, you've seen the lot. I mean, what for God's sake, you know, you've seen my worst terrain mistakes. You've seen some of my best stuff. I've got, unless I'm going to drop my trousers, yeah, I've got nothing to show you guys. No, this is, you know what I mean? I've got nothing to fear. EQ Templar. Yeah, I still cringe at all my old bits. Camera presence isn't in my skill set. Oh, dude, it's just practice. What cheap material can you use for water effects that you can recommend, sir? Right, go check out the water features playlist. Yeah, we do an over effect of the hobby ones in there. Have a look at those to start off with, mate. And there's a few other ones. Plus, there's another water effects video that will probably be up tomorrow. Yeah, people are saying aversion, exposure therapy. iPad fantasy kind of fractured when Age of Sigmar landed, but you can get Age of Sigmar rules for free off the GW's website, and Kings of War rules free from Mantic, so check them both out. I missed half a conversation there. Or just play therapy albums, do them over and over again. That could work, Garrison. I am spelling your name right, aren't I? I'm not spelling it, saying it. It has changed. I'll say what Age of Sigmar has certainly given Mantic a boost with Kings of War. Right, have my cigarette, and then we'll throw another hour into it, and we'll get another load shaped up, ready for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to working on these arches. Should we do the arches next? You know, and get these shaped up, rather than just doing the stacks, or should we leave those to the end, or possibly tomorrow? Come on, while I'm just on the anyone know much of the rules for this is not a test cost? I don't know, mate. I'm sure Viv plays that. Viv plays loads of sort of indie games, you know what I mean? Don't mind me, Mel, I'm picking up the questions you're not getting to. There's so many flying, mate. Yeah, that's what I like about the chat as well. You know what I mean? You guys chat amongst yourselves. You know what I mean? No one's left behind. Arches, please. Arches. Arches. Are we going for arches, are we? Right. I'll sit for a minute. I'll finish my cigarette. We'll crack on. Mel, have you got any tips on how to keep going on big projects? Yeah, have a deadline, dude. And that'll really put the fire under you. Can anyone write down the name for the group Mel recommended? It's the Terrain Tutors Terrainiacs, mate. Yeah, this is not a test of 20 quid. Messages. What sort of messages are we getting? Guys, Rich, Paul, thank you very much, guys. It's really, really appreciated. We're slowly creeping there. Another tenner towards the pot. Yeah, nice. Thanks, guys. Yeah, they've jumped on board. Yeah, they're going to help me towards get this live studio thing going. Yeah, links are in the comments, guys. Not in the comments, in the description. If you want to help me with my bit of my dream, it is really appreciated. And you get more of these sort of shows, genuinely, more of these sort of live shows, where I just sit down, hopefully in a studio where we've got 24-hour access. And if we're in a studio like that, we'll be working through the night. Keep, you know, the banter, it'll be great. Loads of people are loving the Facebook page. I get some grief for that, I do. Yeah. Some of the grief I get over, what do you call it? You know, the no share rule. But I think it's worth it. I think what the group has turned into because of the rules, yeah, it's worth the grief. Even if I have to stick with it. Some people really don't like the fact that they can't promote their business or their YouTube channel. Right, arches are we doing? Yeah. So, 1 arch. 2 arch. 3 arch. How many arches did we do? Did we do 4 or did we do... Oh, there's a little arch there. I almost missed that one. Everyone's talking about this is not a test. I saw the Kickstarter for it and the models. Was it a Kickstarter or was that something else? Am I getting confused? It could be possible. Mel does get confused. Right, got that one. Any more arches down here? No, they're stackers, more stackers. Right, any arches over here? No. So we did 5 arches in total. Right, we'll finish this and then we'll whack these arches out and then we'll do these clumps. And then I reckon we'll be about halfway through and then we'll monster the rest. We still got to do the hills as well and shape them. Here we go. Here we go what? Here we go round and round. Here we go round and round. Are those arches going to be finished in a desert scheme? I don't know, mate. I do not know. I was actually thinking about putting portals in them. I think that could be funky. We are having a bit more of a laid-back session tonight, aren't we? A bit of a chatty one. It's been a long day getting that video edited and family and all that sort of stuff. Ready for tomorrow. We'll monster it tomorrow. Kez, we got anything going on Saturday? Don't have to be up early then, do we? Right, we'll monster it Friday night. James is in the house. Hi, buddy. How is it up in Wales? Is it wet? Girlfriend says you need good memory to save videos, a good webcam and RAM. Has she got any recommendations, Ghost? What's the name of those nearby studios again? Sounded like Toad. Spode. S-P-O-D-E. Why, are you local, dude? Any good terrain books you can suggest? Do you know, I'm not much for terrain books, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. I'm a man of the digital age, you know. I always think you can look at books and all that sort of stuff, but with the amount of stuff out there on the net, you can find far more about what you're interested in. And so I sort of expend my time, you know, improving my search foo, you know, my ability to find information. Yeah, the GW books are good. They're always good starting places because, you know, it's a broad covering, very simple stuff, you know, big pictures, not much writing. But when you get to sort of like studio stage, you know, you're always looking at the sort of high end of stuff, and that's like, if you want it out of books, it's going to cost you a fortune for a couple of tips. Yeah, so you hit the net and you learn from there, because they were basically doing what Mel does back then. Hi, new to the channel, just wondering, a decent first time compressor. I have one, but it's a spacecraft emitting noisy as hell. You can get silent compressors. I don't know if it's a brilliant compressor because I've only ever used this compressor, but I use an AS 196 and it's worked great, and it takes hammer. It is a little bit noisy, you know, with the compressor, but you know, it's a dual pump, it's got a big cylinder on it, and it does for all my airbrushing needs. Not my HLVP needs. I've had to get that Wagner gun for that. YouTube is a new library. It is, mate. Does that make me a librarian? He's down in Northamptonshire. No, it's Spode, mate. It's one of the old pottery. To be truthful, a lot of the pottery firms around Stoke are converting their old buildings because pottery is no longer made in Stoke. It's made in China, then it's brought over to Stoke and simply fired and boxed. Yeah, so all the painting, the detailing, you know, the actual crafting of it is done in China. And what they do is, in fact, a lot of it is fired in China and then it's just boxed in the UK so they can say made in Britain. So they tend to have large warehouses and boxing facilities, but the actual factory where they make it is all empty. And Stoke's got a lot of pottery firms because we're the potteries. We're supposed to be the world's centre of excellence, you know, for pottery. We ain't anymore. And that's all the skills in China. Yeah. But there's a lot of factories going around here, and pottery, you know, it's a very artisan thing. So there's a lot of support for the arts. The actual local council is going for City of Culture, European City of Culture. And so they're pumping a lot of money and giving a lot away of free space for art. So there's a lot of support for it. A girlfriend asked if you got Facebook and she can send you links to your good computers. Yeah, tell her check out my page. It's the Terrain Tutor. Yeah, exactly the same as what you call it, as the YouTube page, mate. Oh, itchy nose. Who's asking about the polystyrene? How old were you when you started terrain building? I think about 5. Yeah. Go on then, explain that one, Bose. All right then. Yeah, when I was a young lad, yeah, my mum was a single mum, and my mum had a craft shop. Yeah, and we lived in Wales on Anglesey. So I used to spend my summer holidays basically sitting in a craft shop a lot of the time. Yeah. Now we had a very small railway section for the railway guys, and I used to make little dioramas for my toy soldiers, and it's just grown from there. You know, the old boys used to come in, and as I grew up, I got to know them and knew the railway people, and then I sort of started with wargaming, you know, quite young on, with airfix kits and elastic bands shooting at each other with my schoolmates. And then someone introduced me to Warhammer when I was about 14, 15. I think I made my first proper Wargames terrain when I was 16, I think, maybe 15. Taylor, very last end bit of school. All right, with the arches, I'm just trying to get the sharp edges. I don't want to really remove the bulk too much. Yeah, not initially anyway. Yeah, the reason being, It's because I don't want to knacker the structure of the arch. Yeah, so we'll do little nips on the outside, get the basic outside shaped, and then we'll look on the inside and see what sort of cleaning up we've got to do to make it a bit more rocky looking, rather than blocks of polystyrene looking. Right, not too much boast. Yeah, getting that. Right, we'll go around one side and then we'll do the other. There's a lot of cutting in these. Yeah, you found the page. Yeah, channel button on Mel's YouTube. That's it. You can build a silent compressor out of an old fridge pump if you're handy. Ah, I'm not handy. Oh, Ghost Thanker. Yeah, I'll check it out probably tomorrow by the time I get on Facebook. Not being silly, but sometimes when you're carving, it looks a bit dodgy as you're about to lose a finger. Mate, I'm always about to lose a finger. I mean, everyone gets a bit hepped up about the way I use knives and that sort of stuff, but for me, it's just one of those things that spend enough time with a tool, you just get confident with it, you know? You've got the control for it. I mean, I did spend 15 years doing knife fighting, so, you know, I'm pretty handy with a knife. Pretty handy with a balisong as well. Flick it around like you wouldn't believe. Although they're illegal in the UK anymore, so I don't have anyone anymore. I don't have one anymore. Yeah, we're cutting into the structure quite a bit on that side because there's a couple of dips that I wasn't quite happy with. Gonna have to be careful. Yeah. All right, shape the insides a bit. Don't really want them to be too angular. Bit of a gap there, but we should be all right. Yeah, we'll be able to patch that out. That'll sort when we give it a blast. It's a bit of a wonky arch, isn't it? It's slightly off there. Bigger one side. Let's chop that down a bit then. Let's change the profile of it. A bit more. I'll just take a bit more up here at the top. That may have been a bit too much. We'll find out soon enough. We're starting to hit the PVA layer now. So I'm not cutting on the outside where we avoided the PVA. I'm trying to cut through the actual PVA now. And you can feel it as you do it. It's like a tougher layer. All right, slightly better. It's not perfect, but it is slightly better. Not so good with a knife myself. And now if I could cut terrain with a halberd, I'd be set. Love it, bloody trot. Right, this side. Clean this side up. Right. Looking good. Right, Yeah, put that. Come on, get out. Yeah, hitting the PVA now. Nip that bit off there. And then just a little bit more beveling across the top, just smooth these bits out. All I'm doing now is just beveling on the inside at the top. Yeah, so it doesn't go up to like a flat bit. Yeah, it's got a bit of a curve on it. I mean, to be truthful, the heat gun would probably do that anyway. Yeah, but if I put a quick bevel in first, I'm not blasting too much heat in there. Yeah, which is always a risk because, you know, if you get a hot spot, then, well, things are going to be bad. Can we pull that back just a little bit more, do you reckon? Maybe. Pull that corner back. There we go. There we are. We've sort of pulled that back and made it a little bit better, haven't we? I want to thank you. You inspired me to follow my passion and start a website about tabletop gaming. Nice one, Mad Hatter. Nice one, dude. That's awesome sauce, mate. Right. One down with a gap. Yeah, arches involved a lot of cutting. Alright, let's get started on this one. See what we can do with this one, eh? This one, I think this one's going to be one of those a bit more raggedy. I'm not so as confident with what this one's going to come out as. Come on. Yeah, around the other side. See that side? I'm also trying to speed up my process in doing these. Whenever you do terrain, yeah, you start off and you sort of start off really slowly and bits here and bits there. And what you do is, especially when you're batch building, yeah, you develop an approach, yeah, a way of coming to the terrain, and each bit, I do this stacked, I do that, I do this. Yeah, but you only work it out by doing it. And it's one of those things that you don't really document. So next time you come and do it, you've forgotten how you did it before, and you have to relearn. Well, not relearn, but re-remember. What about hot wire? Too slow, mate. Hot wire is great for precision cuts and stuff like that, but you know, even with expanded foam, it's a slow tool. Yeah, if I was to do all this with all hot wire, it'd take absolute hours. Yeah, whereas with a blade, I can just come in. It's messier, there's no doubt about that, but I've got a lot more control and it's a lot quicker. Well, yeah, I'd say I've got a lot more control, but it is, you know, it is a lot quicker, and that's the real bonus. Right, let's clean this edge up because it's right by the bevel. We don't like that in this game, do we? No, folks, we don't. Hats off. Thanks for the video. Oh, nice worries. Mel, have you seen the clear plastic bases for models? And what do you think about terrain? We talked about this last night, didn't we? Yeah, I think the overall the thing was, yeah, good for like little skirmish games, dungeon crawlers, stuff like that. But when you put it on like greenfield terrain, it doesn't really go. Yeah, outside. See, I'm already developing a process for doing the arches. lens, top, inside bevel. Look at that. Didn't stay long, Graham wanted to go in for a quick smoke before start school. Right. Has he said how much he's selling these for? Probably about $5.10 a bundle, something like that, mate. We will see once they're done. I mean, like I say, the main thing is it's a fundraiser, isn't it? So the main thing is I get enough to cover this what you call it. Well, we've covered the webcam, we've covered the tripod, we've covered the extension lead, and we're slowly adding money to the laptop fund. So as long as we get a decent laptop so I can do these live shows, we're laughing. Remember, guys, if you do want to help with this, yeah, you know, even if it's just a one-off, you don't have to do the Patreon thing. PayPal links in the description. It does help. It really does help. Yeah, could be there. Need to pull this back a bit. Probably a bit more, but it's one of those I don't want to keep hacking and slashing at it. Right. I think it's about 60. Yeah, we've got, did we say 62? I think that the running total is about 62 bases. So I mean, even at £5 a base, which is the bare minimum, yeah, we've got the 300. I need 350 because it's about 50 quid materials by the time we're all done. Yeah, so working out, if we can get 350 for the lot, which we should be able to do, we get the very basic laptop. And then everything else that we raise in pledges and, you know, one-offs down below, yeah, sort of upgrade it. So it's very much, you know, run the weekend and then suck it and see. Right, that'll do. Don't stop messing with them both. Right, another one done. Right, let's do this one. You see the state of me. Where's my night mode? I don't know. We're not on YouTube gaming night tonight, are we? We were. I wonder if I got a load of complaints. Do you know what I mean? That I'm not a proper gaming channel, and that's why I'm not on YouTube gaming. Because we were last night, and we got a lot of interesting people popping in. Come on, Mel, 24 hours non-stop. Can't do it, mate. My lad's coming home tomorrow from camp. I need to be in a fit state for him. I haven't seen him all week. So I can see tomorrow day being an admin day, working on various things, you know, plus the family stuff. Ready for when I, you know, I go get him at 3. So I can see it tomorrow evening, and because I don't have to be up early on Saturday, oh, yeah, we'll hoover that tomorrow. We're good. Yeah, because I don't have to be up on early on Saturday, I can see tomorrow night being a longer one. Especially also, you know, I won't be as like stressed, and you know, I won't have had a manic day like today, because I mean, literally, I've done non-stop all day, and then, you know, I clicked render and pretty much immediately went to YouTube and set up the what you call it, the sort of hangout. You have some patents, Mel, for making all these. Patience? That's just what I do. Hey, it's like Groundhog Day, this log on YouTube, and there's Mel doing the same thing. Always carving, bud. Always making. Mel, still online, dude. Mel, have you built a foreground watchtower? And if so, what do you think? I haven't built a foreground watchtower. I would imagine since it's pretty much designed like the rest of their kits, I'll probably like it. Yeah, lots of detail, lots of fiddly bits. But I haven't actually, hands-on. Next side. Wow, really? That's hilarious. Oh yeah, about the gaming. Yeah. I mean, we were on YouTube gaming last night, and as such, we had a few people popping in that perhaps weren't used to my channel and what we do here. A few people asking, what the hell's this got to do with gaming? And then having to be explained what wargaming is. So I'm wondering if I've been removed from the gaming category. Don't fear if I have, because I mean, you guys are here. And I'll be honest with you, you saw the problems we had, especially when Willow was here. You know what I mean? There was only one numpty, but I'd rather not have people like that in the chat. To be perfectly honest. Yeah, around that side. Cooking on gas, guys. Have you ever built World War II theme before? Yeah, I'm working on a Burma project when I get round to it. I've done World War II in the past. Yeah, and the D-Day board, that was your World War II. Thanks, guys. What a mess. Have you tried more dense per... Yeah, I've got what you call it. World War never changes. You've not been to my channel before, mate, have you? Yeah, we know foam, dude. Don't worry. Thanks for the recommendation, but we got a shed full of it. And we built some pretty big things out of it. Yeah, the reason I'm using expanded, mate, is quite simple. This is a fundraiser using a load of offcuts from previous projects. The expanded foam and the bin bags full of it being the offcuts. Anyway, messy's fun. We like messy. Let's pull that round a bit more there. Keep going, I'll get that. A bit more around on there. Yeah. We should be all right on that. Oh, we need to do the top, don't we? I bought my first 4 MDF buildings, not from foreground, but from figure bits. Only 2 layers, but really nice. Nice one, cool, dude. Yeah, that's quite nice. That'll make a good portal, actually. Maybe, and that needs angling just slightly down a bit more. Yeah, that's better. Can't wait to the upgrade on the D board. Sure up, Ganga Maz. Stop trolling me. You ain't getting an update on that beast. It's done. Well, till I revisit the ocean. Would be interested in a World War I board if I get round to it. Have you tried streaming on Twitch? We've had a big discussion on Twitch, and generally it's not favourable. The lag issue that's come up is also the sort of people you get on Twitch, to be truthful. Perhaps we'll give it a go. You know what I mean? I have a feeling this one's going to be a bit of a botch job, to be truthful. Not much material to work with shaping. It's quite a small arch. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. Right, across that. Yeah, I think the inside's trimming. The insides are going to be the challenge. We'll go simple first, because I is simple. It's getting there. It's starting to shape up. Yeah, slowly catch a monkey. Yeah, bit there. Hold that out a bit. Still need to just nip that there. Bit of cleaning up on this side. I don't even want to do much of an I don't even want to do an inner bevel on it. It's too thin. Too much of the structure. Have you ever built scenery for Blood Bowl? No, I haven't. I've played it and I've got a couple of teams, but I've never got around to building the old stadium thing. I prefer Blood Bowl as a bit of a board game, do you know what I mean? I never really invested that much time into it to take it further than that. I mean, at the club, they used to play it like crazy. Every summer league. Oh, da-da. Right, I think that's the best we're going to get. Oh, maybe a little nip there. Maybe a little nip there. Right. A little bit chunky on one side, but perfectly fine. It'll do. Right, that one there. It's actually going really fast. You can stream it on both or upload. I think it would be surprised at the amount of donations and work offers people receive from Twitch. Really? Look at my channel, I'm doing a quick vid on somewhat. Right. Garrison, I think he's already gone, dude. Is this broadcast via Google Hangouts? It is, mate. Any one of you do bash painting? Any tips on painting? Oh, I missed that. What do you mean with strain on my eyes? Don't understand what you mean, mate. Oh. It's careful using the same colour long term. It can put straight. No, you can't, gang of Maz. He's trolling you, dude. Twitch is a better place for monetizing your live work. Is it really? Do they do patrons over at Twitch? Yeah, someone's going to love this packing. Right, got this one to do. The beast, the biggest of the towers. Twitch has a well-implemented donation subscription model. They also support things like Patreon. Same reds and greens tend to hurt eyes over time. You got a link for that? Twitch is more for gamers like Quick Baby and WO. Never look there for terrain advice. Colour primers are your friend for batch painting. Army painter. Twitch monetization is subscription based. Twitch's pants, I don't like it at all. Has this become a bit of a debate over what's better, Twitch or? Twitch has a large. Right. Right. Normally with Twitch, you need to gain a certain amount of followers before they give you a subscription button. Though that one looks as good as it looks, and all really. Ah, cool. Twitch is a large creative section. Yeah, they're different. YouTube makes it hard to donate during live streams. Twitch does not. Do you have a video on making swamps or tyrannid digestion pools? Yeah, in the water features playlist, mate. There's a couple of videos on swamps. A muddy swamp and a greeny swamp. Mel's got your back. It's what I do. Oz, if it ain't clean now, it never will be, dude. Stop licking it. They're never coming back, mate. Trust me. No matter how healing you think your tongue is, they're never coming back. Oz. He just doesn't get it. Terrainiac Bill used to stream on Twitch, right? Thanks for sharing what you do. It's been amazingly influential. Thank you very much, Nick. It's what I do. Love you, man. Thank you, dude. No homo. Don't worry, dude. We're cool. Either way, it's good to look at options for reaching a larger audience. Do you have a video on water effects? Yes, go check the water effects playlist. There's a few videos on water effects in there, mate. This is a fundraiser, so remember, guys, if you do love my work, check out the description and consider, you know, helping with this little campaign to get this laptop. It is appreciated. I mean, I'm happy to build terrain. You know, I love building terrain, but the better laptop I can get, the better live streaming I can do. So I'm on a bit of a mission, you know what I mean? Right. Getting there slowly. Are you doing a trench tutorial, Mal? I will be in the near future, mate. I don't think Twitch is for us based on a terrible noise it started to make while I was hunting for anything terrain. I'm staying here on YouTube with the old crowd. Wow, 63 viewers still this late. I think this, yeah, people are still loving it. Your minions are online, Mel. They're not my minions, they're my fellow terrainiacs, mate. I mean, you've got to have a passion for terrain to watch, but stay up this late watching me carve terrain. This one's a bit of a tumble down. Right, we need to shape that side. Quite a bit of time investment in these, to be perfectly honest, compared to the other pieces. I mean, even the more complex pieces with like a couple of, you know, they were relatively quick, whereas this is a lot of shaping and adjusting. I mean, I'm talking to you guys as I go as well, and all that sort of stuff, obviously. You know what? I think it's going to be it's almost good enough now. Know when to leave it alone. Or not, as the case may be. Right. That's the arches done. So, Van Arch, possibly Portal. Let's start stacking these again. Second arch. Third arch. Fourth. Baby arch. Right, put those on there. Oh, that needs to go on there. Right, what have we got next? We've got all those there. $50 past midnight. To be honest, Mel, I'm only here to watch you carve up the polystyrene. You hate that stuff more than it suffers. The more it suffers, the better. Right, Ice Wolf, you get yourself off to bed, mate. Catch you later. Nick's saying it's early here in Canada. Tonight, you saying, hey, Mel, love your vids, keep you coming. Thank you kindly, buddy. Oh, I haven't done the phone bit for a little while. No further updates. Makes Mel a sad Mel. Hey ho. Hey. Paul, thank you very much, mate. Literally just makes Mel a sad Mel, and then someone comes to the rescue. Yeah, we're another watch clip. We're another tenner closer. Thank you, buddy. I can see it happening, you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, when I started this, not the terrain tutor, this sort of live build, especially with how long it took to do the bases and that sort of stuff, it was like, I hope this doesn't end up, you know, me just losing time and all that sort of stuff. And it's actually working out. It's actually working out. You know, it's time that as you put, you know, for the time you put in, maybe bundle them and theme sets and throw the first lot in as a 24-hour auction to see how much people will pay for them. You never know, mate. Boss Piglet's in. Hello, dude. Thank you kindly. Right. Do you want a fresh brew? Have you got one? Right, I need to check that render. I just want to switch the kettle on and then we're stuck into more of these. How are we doing? I can see we'll have to have a bit of a mammoth session tomorrow. Because we've still got quite a bit to do. I mean, we're getting through them and we're knocking them out. But then again, I did say, I think, do you know what? No, let's have a brew and we'll take it from there. That's the battle plan. Oh. Right, brewski. Well, the render's still going. Right, it's looking good. Terrain to the left of me, terrain to the right. Right, just making a brew, guys. Oh, the phone's beeping. There's another one of you guys been awesome. Oh, I'll check when I get over there. And once I shuffle round, I'm back. Everyone's still here then? Yeah, still going. Your work is awesome. Thank you, Jose. Everyone's going for a cuppa. Where did Mel go? Never mind. He's gone for a brew. Right, phone. We heard beeping. What's beeping mean? Adam, you awesome star dude. Thank you so much. Adam's bumping it up again. PayPal for the win. We're getting there, guys. Love it, guys. I really do appreciate it. Thanks, Adam. Are you in the chat? Adam, is that Cruz? Adam, is that? No, I don't know if it's Adam Cruz. I don't know which Adam it is. Which Adam was it? Recognize my finger, damn you. Adam, oh, thank you, buddy. You see, it's coming together. I can actually see me getting a decent laptop, right? I mean, someone turned around to me on my Patreon page, and I've been chatting about this for a while, and they were sort of saying that Acer's a budget brand, and it's like, right, okay, yeah, well, I know why I'm going for Acer. It's not because I like the brand or it's got specific features. It's because obviously it's the cheapest one I can afford. Being a budget brand, it was bound to be an Acer. But if we can up the amount, I can get a better one. And that's the plan. Do a ghost town theme, mate. Hey man, Adam Cruz. Ghost 49. I'm sure I can look at it. I mean, when people want terrain, part of the problem with doing big sets and stuff like that is you've got to get rid of them. The time they take to do, yeah. Okay, for example, yeah, showing you how to do the C on the D-Day board, I could do on a piece about that big, yeah, because of the techniques. It's as simple as that. I only have to show you a few basic techniques, and then you can apply it over a large area. The problem is, yeah, that to do the C, yeah, I had to do it big because it was a big commission. Yeah, so when it comes to showing you how to do things, you can do it in small scales, but because of the way the time and all that materials and all that sort of stuff, it's easier to tie them into something that's either a commission or you can sell afterwards. And so unless there's a demand for a particular set, or I'm doing a commission, or I mean, I'll be honest with you, selling sets I don't know about. I mean, I very rarely do terrain sets to sell. This is why I don't know how much I'm really charging for these and that sort of stuff. It's relatively new to me, yeah, but I've got to have it's not just about getting the tutorial content. I've got to cover the time that I put into that tutorial, yeah, the materials. And it's not just the time and the materials to do the tutorial. It's the time and the materials to do it 3 or 4 times before, to practice it, get it right, work out what the key points are that I need to get across to you, to work out the best angles to show you things, figure out what needs to be close up, figure out what's to be afar, figure out the health and safety warnings. Yeah, so it's all that time and materials you've got to cover as well, which is why it makes it really challenging. How much to beat the highest? Northern Modeler. I'll be honest with you, in this campaign, donation wise, 20 quid. There was a guy at Christmas, yeah, who took it to 3 figures. Yeah, and I cried. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, you remember how bad Christmas was. Yeah, but that literally made me cry. Just take what Mel does and scale it down. Are we on about what, Flames of War and 15 mil? See, I don't get this. 15 mil, it's just a different scale. The materials are all the same. The techniques are all the same. Just scale it down. I mean, I had someone ask me, yeah, how to go about making hills for 30 millimeters gaming. Now, I could understand someone coming in and saying, look, you know, what are your thoughts on, you know, window measurements and door measurements for 30 mil gaming? You know, should I up them? You know, how much? You know, 5 mil or something. You know, what should I do? Yeah, but when it comes to a hill, does 2 mil really matter? Do you know what I mean? I mean, okay, what scale is that? Is that 28 mil? Is it 15 mil? Is it 54 mil? Is it 6 mil? It's a rock. Or a Western theme. Same thing again, mate. Yeah, it does take time and effort, and I really want to start gaming at $100 budget or so to make it easy. How about just a simple building? You know, foam board, popsicle. Yeah, you can do it that way. I mean, you can make things easy, but you've got to remember, it's still the time for the practice, getting the materials in, doing it a few times, which is why it needs tying into something that you can actually sell and make some money on. Otherwise, it's so much dead time just to do a 10, 15, 20-minute video. Does 2 mil ever matter? I hope not, mate. Well, unless you're loading ammunition into a rifle, then 2 mil matters a lot. It's roughly the, well, what is it? Standard NATO round is 5.56. Old British, Lee Enfield round was 7.62, which is the metric equivalent of the old 303. So yeah, 2 mil can matter a lot. It's the difference between Old British and current modern NATO. The Old British being the 7.62 being a round designed to kill. It'll rip your arm off at a mile. Yeah. Whereas the round, the 5.56 is a logistical round. It's designed to injure. So that thereby creating casualties which tie up your enemies' sort of supply chain and casualty train and medical people. And, you know, the injury. You know, if you kill someone, they're left behind. Yeah, the unit moves on. If you injure someone, they can't move on. That becomes, you know, a detriment to the unit. Yeah. So the 5.56 round is more about logistics than killing. At Christmas, I'll be sure to make a sizable donation. You don't have to, dude. I mean, I appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, but don't think you have to. 2 mil matters when going from Epic 6 mil to the new adapters 8 mil. You bang on there, mate. Simple terrain, books with sheets on top for hills, felt patches for woods, and small cardboard boxes for buildings. That's proper old school, mate. I remember those days. Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, for natural terrain, same terrain for 28 mil and 15 mil. It's only the buildings and man-made stuff I swap, and that's because it's got scale, something you can compare it to. I made a post-apocalyptic cabin out of corrugated cardboard and foam board. Awesome, mate, awesome. I think I did a toilet out of the same things. That's in the foam board videos. With a little shitter, wooden door on it and everything. How would you approach snowy scenery, i.e. snow on the ground? Generally, it's a mix of white acrylic, PVA and some sort of snow scatter. There's a few videos in the snowy playlist, mate. I'm getting this covered tonight, aren't I? I'm loving this. I agree with you, Mel, on scale side of things. A hill is a hill at the end of the day. Yeah, well, that's the way I see it. I mean, I can understand if you've got certain things which would be in scale, like fence posts or steps. Even at a push, flowers, at a real push. If you're talking between 15 and 28 mil, but I mean, between 28 and 30 mil, flowers ain't gonna matter. Pringle's tubes for towers. Do you remember the Pringle Tower? There was a guy back when I was blogging. Yeah, and this was way back before people were making laser cut buildings, and he was getting laser etched from a company, styrene sheets, plasticard, but he was designed a template that you could basically take a Pringles can, yeah, add his bits to it, and you'd end up with this fantasy tower with a staircase going up to a door and bits sticking off. It was awesome. That's the picture I wanted to share with you, Mel. That little cabin. Email it me, dude. Details down below. It's the same as the PayPal address. I have an outhouse made of pink foam that lives with my Germans. I call it the Third Reich. Gamza Watcher did some baking soda and stuff. Not a massive fan of baking soda because of the yellowing issue. I mean, I know a lot of people say they've never had a yellowing issue, but it depends on the environment. If there's a bit of moisture in the air or it's stored anywhere near moisture or cold places, it tends to yellow. Go soft later, matey. Paper cuts. On your flocking vid, did you use fine turf foam or was it the Fabris stuff? Check your donor page, but couldn't see the difference. Check your order page, but couldn't see the difference. I haven't got an order page, dude. It wasn't. What did we use? We used premium scatter and a bit of coarse foam. Yeah, premium scatter and a bit of coarse foam. The scenery was in danger of being crushed by a dwarf. Hills need slopes right for non-sliding models. I'm a fan of 6 mil for World War II. Yeah, the hills do need slopes, but typically 33 degrees is the sweet spot, and it tends to be the sweet spot for scale as well. You know, because generally, you know, it has to be that angle, yeah, 33 degrees, because any more and the center of gravity of a model passes over its base and it falls over. But typically, as the scale of the model comes down, so does the scale of the base, so that typically that center of gravity stays in the same place, so the same angle. So once again, you're back to the same situation. You know, a hill with a 1 in 3 slope, yeah, a 33 degree slope, will work equally as well as for 15 mil as it will for 28 mil. And 6 mil tend to have squarer bases anyway, so they tend to have a much lower center of gravity anyway. Are you hitting the sack, babe?
Yeah, can you just let ours out?
Yeah, of course I can. Speak of the devil.
I'll
have to open the door. Here, let me move this box. Come on, Oz dog. Oh, things are beeping, or is that you? Come on, Oz. Come on. You can get out, lad. I know you got a big butt. I mean the stuff where you bought it. That's Jarvis, isn't it? Jarvis. JAVIS.co.uk. Same as Woodland Scenics Fine Turf. Pretty much, yeah. Although I like theirs because it's not colour fixed. Everyone's saying good night, Duck.
Night.
Ask the dog if he's beeping. I hope the dog isn't beeping.
Probably wants to play now.
Come on, mate. Ow! Oh, caught me. See, mess around with knives all daft and I catch my hand on a door handle. Morning, Byron's in. Can you get Travis in the US? I don't know, mate, to be perfectly honest. Beep, beep. What's going on in the world? Yeah, all is quiet. It's all calmed. How many of you are watching? Still 64? Guys, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. And to be truthful, I don't think I am going to carry on much later. I can't see us getting more terrain done. Not tonight. Because I'm just thinking the lad's back tomorrow. I don't want to be up till stupid o'clock because then I'll be knackered tomorrow and we'll have the same problem. If I get an earlier night tonight, yeah, we'll be a lot better off. Because tomorrow I've got to upload the video, do the annotations, do the cards, do, you know, enter the descriptions, all that sort of stuff. It's 8 there. Adam's saying 8 in the morning or 8 at night, dude. How does Jarvis Premium compare to Woodland Scenics Fine Turf? A little bit more coarse. Jarvis Scenics comes in only 3 strong colours. Yeah, because it's not lots and lots of different natural colours. Yeah, it's a mid-tone, a highlight, and a shade, and it's how you blend them. Also, they're not colour set, so when you soak them, the colour bleeds between the various colours, and it's meant to because it helps with the blending and creating the transitions. It's all on that video, mate. Doing over the weekend? Yeah, we'll be doing over the weekend, mate. How would you seal static grass that's applied upright with a static grass applicator? Well, fine airbrush varnish work, you can do, but you could just give it a blast and work down PVA. Adam's saying it's 10 p.m. there. Sorry, 8 p.m. Byron's saying it's 10 a.m. there. And I didn't get out of bed till 5 something, so I'm good. Bleed Tron. Watched it. Great. Thanks. Nice one, buddy. Glad you found it useful, mate. 60. Can't believe there's 60 of you still hanging around at this time of night. Watching me covered in polystyrene. Right. We've got kiddies up in the morning, so I think I'm going to call it. Stack these up. Yeah, we've got a show tomorrow. Right, before I wind off, remember, guys, yeah, there is the donation things in the bottom. You know, I'm doing the bit of the spiel bit. Yeah, if you really do love the work, you love the videos, you love the help, you love the live shows, give us a hand, eh? Yeah, you know, either, yeah, $1 a month on Patreon, yeah, helps me get by month to month and get supplies in and do the terrain thing. Or alternatively, you know, a one-off towards this little jolly of mine of getting this laptop and doing more of these live shows because I'm really enjoying them. So, guys, it's in the description. Yeah, the links are there. If you're up for it, it is genuinely appreciated. What I'm going to say now is we've done a reasonable amount of carving. I'd have liked to have done more, but it's just been one of those days. Yeah, and it's the way we roll, you know. It's the terrain shooter household after all. And so with that in mind, yeah, we're going to be back tomorrow night, aren't we? Yeah, and I'm going to try and get a decent night's sleep, at least 5 hours, eh? And then we come back nice and refreshed and get these stuck in. Right, guys. Yeah, everyone's saying love it, love it, love it. How many you got done? Loads, half of them shaped, I think. Yeah, people talking about putties. We can't keep. I'll keep talking all night. You guys will keep me going. So let's call it. Right, guys. I will see you tomorrow night, more than likely. Remember, you can check Twitter, you can check Facebook, you can check Google Plus. All the links to those are, well, they're all the Terrain Tutor. Okay, first off, and they're also linked on the channel homepage. Oh, we've had an email. Shall we check? Hey, Adam's also become a patron. Thank you, buddy. What a way to wind up the night. I think that's the only patron we've had tonight. So thank you, Adam. That's brilliant, mate. It's getting there. Thanks, guys. Right, I'm going to call it, and I will see you tomorrow night. We'll get really stuck in, get them rest shaped up, get a bit of a heat gun on them. Yeah, don't know if we'll get them hard coated tomorrow night. Depends how much of a long night it is. Let's call it a good night, folks. And press the button. Oh, no. Stop that one. Continue broadcast. I need to press that button first. Yeah.